wheat fields. I will always remember you when I look at them because they are the color of your hair. And one runs the risk of weeping a little when he allows himself to be tamed.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And now here's my secret. Very simple secret. Repeat after me so you will always remember it. It is only with the heart that one can see right.
It is only with the heart that one can see right.
What is essential is invisible to the eye.
What is essential is visible to the eye.
No!
What is it? What?
These memories of yours are very charming, but
What?
my plane is still not working, and I don't have another drop of water to drink.
My friend the fox says that.
This really is no longer a matter that has anything to do with your fox.
Why not?
Because I'm about to die of thirst. Not that there's really anything you can do about it. And I suppose there are worse ways to die than listening to your stories.
It's a good thing to have a friend, even if one is about to die. I'm thirsty. Come, let's look for a well.
In the desert.
One never ought to listen to flowers. One should simply look at them and breathe their fragrance. My perfume all finds me in it. But I didn't know how to take pleasure in all her grace. I should have guessed of affection behind her silly little games. Remember you live raised 5,000 roses in the same garden. And yet, they don't find what they're looking for. But what they're looking for could be found in a single rose or a little water.
No water.
I'm tired. Let's rest a moment.
You know, in all the time we've been together, I've never seen you take a single drink of water. And yet, you did say before that you were thirsty, didn't you? Didn't you?
Water may also be good for the heart. The stars are beautiful because of a flower that cannot be seen.
I suppose so.
The desert is beautiful too. What makes the desert beautiful is somewhere. It hides a well.
You really think we'll find a well in this desert?
You must remember my fox's secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is visible to the eye.
Are you really hiding a well? I took him in my arms, and I set out walking once more. It seemed to me that I was carrying a very fragile being. To me, it seemed that there was nothing more fragile in all the world. In the moonlight, I looked at his pale skin, his closed eyes, his locks of hair that trembled in the wind, and I said to myself, what I see here is nothing but a shell. What's most important is invisible. What moved me so deeply about this little man, this little prince, was his loyalty to a flower. The image of a rose shone through his whole being, like the flame from a lamp, even while he slept. And I felt him to be more fragile still, as if he himself were a flame, might be extinguished by a little puff of wind. I carried him until I couldn't take another step. And then, just as he said, out of nowhere, like a miracle. Wake up. Look. Oh, water.
Listen! Do you hear? Speak awake the well. It's singing! What's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing at all. This is unbelievable. It's just so amazing. It's like I've been reborn just when I thought I was about to die. And you're responsible for this change in me. You brought me here. You took me on this incredible journey. You.
But you're wrong.
What do you mean?
It was you who walked all the nights in the desert. You who carried me. You who found the well.
Amazing.
It's not really. I knew from the moment and I saw your drawing of my sheep that all you needed was some time and a friend. And look at you now. You're tame.
Tame. Like your fox.
Exactly. Like my fox.
I hear it. I hear it. What is it? What's going on in that amazing little mind of yours now? You want me to draw you another sheep to keep the one in the box company?
No, one sheep is sufficient. He can eat the baobabs while I give my roads the attention she requires.
I see.
My descent to Earth, tonight will be its anniversary. I came down very near here.
So then that morning when I first met you, 2 weeks ago when you were strolling along all alone, 1,000 miles from anywhere, and that wasn't by chance, you were on your way back to the place where you landed. Perhaps it was because of the anniversary. Hey, you have plans I don't know about.
You must go now. Fix your friend.
My friend? No, you are my friend.
Go now. I'll be waiting for you here. Come back in the evening.
So when I returned to my plane, unbelievable as it seems, as though there'd never been anything wrong, it started. The engine revved and the propeller spun like a top. I was so excited. I had to tell my friend the good news, so I ran back ahead of time. But when I found him, he was deep in conversation.
Then you don't remember? This is not the exact spot. Yes, yes, the right date, but this is not the place. My star we met exactly. You will see my tracks in the sand. I shall be there tonight. You have good poison. You're sure it won't make me suffer too long? Now leave. I want to go.
What are you doing? Why are you talking to the snake?
I'm glad your friend's better. Now you can go back home.
How could you know about that?
I too am going back home, back to my roads. It is much farther, much more difficult.
Little man, you're afraid.
I shall be much more brave soon.
No, you can't mean that. Tell me this is just a bad dream. The star, the meeting place, the snake.
The thing that is important is the thing that is invisible, like a flower on a star,
I know.
like a well in the desert.
that? What have I given to you?
My sheep, of course. You drew me a sheep in a box. Please don't cry.
One runs the risk of weeping when he allows himself to be tamed. Please don't do this. I want you to stay. I need you to stay. If you're gone, who will laugh for me?
Just because I'm gone doesn't mean I've gone away.
What?
Do you see my star up there?
Which one? There are so many.
Maybe that's just as well, and all the stars will be your friends.
What do you mean?
Each night, watch the sunset. See the stars come out. Know that I am up there, living and laughing. Then all the stars will laugh for you. Please don't. Don't be sad. What we left here will be nothing but an old empty shell. There's nothing sad about empty shells, is there? You shouldn't be here.
I will not leave you.
You will suffer.
I will not leave you.
Not with the trouble.
I will not leave you.
Surely she has only enough poison for one bite. You know, it'll be so nice. I too shall look at the stars. All the stars may be wells pouring out fresh water for me to drink. Oh yes, that'll be so nice. You have 500 million little bells laughing. Now I'll have 500 million springs of fresh water. Let me go on by myself. You know my flower. I am responsible for her. She has only 4 thorns. No use at all. To protect yourself against all the world. There now. I am ready.
So it's already been 6 years since my friend went away from me with his sheep. And I've never yet told anyone this story until today. I've got a selfish reason for telling you, though. It's so that I don't forget him. To forget a friend is sad. Not everyone has had a friend. And if I forget him, I would once again become like the grown-ups. It's true, you know. He kept his promise. At night, I love to listen to the stars because to me, they actually do sound like 500 million little bells ringing. But there's one extraordinary thing. I realized that I never drew a strap for the muzzle, so he could never fasten that muzzle to his sheep. So now I keep wondering, what if the sheep has eaten his rose? At one time I say to myself, surely he watches over his sheep very carefully. And then there is laughter in the stars. But at another time, I say, perhaps the sheep got out of the box. And I wonder. And I worry. And no grown-up will ever understand that this is so important. This, to me, is the loveliest and the saddest landscape in the world. It is here that the little prince appeared on the earth and then disappeared. Look carefully so that you will be sure to recognize it in case you travel someday to the African desert. And if you do, and if you come upon this spot, please don't hurry on. Stay for a time, just exactly beneath the star. And then, if a little man appears who laughs, who has golden hair, and who refuses to answer questions, well, then you'll know who he is. And if that should happen, please let me know he has come back.